ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Yes. Continuation to the last class. What are the various type of the parasites? What is the parasitism? What are the various type of the parasites? Means parasitism. What is the parasitism means? In animal association, in animal interaction, if two different species of animals are in living, if two different species of the animals are living together in animal interaction, of that one is gets benefited, second one is gets affected, such interaction is said to be as the parasitism. So in animal association, animal interaction, if two different species of individuals are involved, of them one is gets benefited, second one is gets affected, then that is said to be as the parasitism. For example, when we observe the head lice, head lice lives as the parasite on the head of man. On head of man, in this case, head lice belongs to one species, man belongs to another species. Both of them are different species of individuals, but definitely they may be living together. These two different species are involved in interaction. Definitely head lice lives on the head of the man for getting the free shelter, for getting the free food material. So in this association, by getting the free food material, by getting the free shelter, head lice gets benefited. So that only this is said to be as the parasite. This is the parasite. So beneficial one is said to be as the parasite. Benefit is represented in the form of the plus sign. Here man gets affected. He is the loser. He is the person who may be affected with the head lice. This effect is represented as the minus sign. This affected person is said to be as the host. Affected one is said to be as the host. Always parasite body size is small. Parasite body size is small when compared to the host size. Host body size is big. Definitely in this case, the human body size is big when compared to the head lice. Always parasite body size is small. This host body size is big. Means small sized one feeds on the big sized one. Small sized one feeds on the big sized one. Definitely here parasite feeds the food material on the human body. Parasite always suck the blood from the human body as the food material. So that only in parasitism, small sized one always feeds on the big sized one. That is said to be as the parasitism. Again, what are the types of parasites? What are the types of the parasites? What are types of parasites? Based on the living area of parasite, based on the living area of parasite, parasites basically categorized into two types. One is said to be as the ectoparasite. One is said to be as the ectoparasite. Second one is said to be as the endoparasite. Depending upon the living area of a parasite on host body, this parasites are principally categorized into two types. One is the ectoparasite, second one is said to be as the endoparasite. Ectoparasite means if the parasite lives on external surface of the host body, if the parasite live on external surface of the host body, then that parasite is said to be as the ectoparasite. For example, better example is the head lice. Head lice on head of man. Head lice on head of the man. Definitely, head lice always lives on the surface of the head of the person. Head lice may not be lives inside of the body of the person. If this head lice lives on the surface of the man, on the surface of the head of the man, then it is said to be as the ectoparasite. Similarly, ticks on dog body. Definitely on the surface of the dog body, tick. This is the arthropod. One type of the arthropod parasite. Ticks on dog body. Again, copephones on marine fish body, or better example for the ectoparasites. In all these three examples, head lice is always lives on the external surface of the head of the man. Ticks always lives on the external surface of the dog body. Again, copephones always lives as the parasite on the external surface of the marine fish body. Marine means sea water. Marine water, nothing but sea water. Definitely in the sea, whatever the fishes which maybe gets to live, that is said to be as the marine fish. Definitely, ticks on dog body. Again, copephones on marine fish's body. Definitely, head lice is parasite. Here, man is the host. Tick is the parasite. Dog is the host. Copephod is the parasite. Marine fish is the host. Definitely, all these three parasites, if they lives on the external surface of the host body, then that kind of the parasites are said to be as the ectoparasite. Head lice is the parasite that lives on the external surface of the head of the man. Tick is the parasite that lives on external surface of the dog body. Copephod is the parasite that lives on external surface of the marine fish body. Next, second type of the parasites are endoparasite. If the parasite lives inside of the host body, endo means inside. Endo means inside. Here ecto means outside. Ecto means outside. Definitely, if the parasite lives inside of the host body, then that is said to be as the endoparasite. Then inside of the host body, that may be lived in the cell, that may be lived in the tissue, that may be lived in the body cavity. So depending upon where inside of the host body parasite live, whether it is lived in the cell, whether it is lived in the tissue, whether it is lived in the body cavity based on the site of the inside of the body of the person, based on the site where the parasite gets lives inside of the person's body. This endoparasites principally categorized into three types. Definitely endoparasites are of three types. Endoparasites are of three types. One is the cytozoic parasite or intracellular parasite. One is said to be as the cytozoic parasite or intracellular parasite. Second one is the histozoic parasite or intercellular parasite. Third one is the Cenozoic parasite. So definitely endoparasites are of three types. Endoparasites are of three types. So inside of the host body, where that parasite gets live, whether in the cell, whether in the tissue, whether in the body cavity, inside of the host body where that kind of the parasite gets live, based on that endoparasites principally categorized into three types. One is the cytozoic or intracellular. Definitely inside of a cell, inside of the host body, inside of the cell, if the parasite live, that is said to be as the cytozoic or intracellular parasite. Intra means inside, cellular means cell. Inside of a cell, if parasite lives inside of the host body, then that is the cytozoic. What is the meaning of this cyto? What is the meaning of this? Cyto means cell. Because cytology, study of the cell is said to be as the cytology. Cyto means cell. Cyto means cell. Intra means inside. Inside of the cell, if parasite gets live, then that is said to be as the cytozoic or intracellular parasite. Definitely when we observe the Plasmodium always lives inside of the RBC in the human. In the case of the Plasmodium is parasite. Plasmodium is a parasite which causes the malarial fever in our body. That Plasmodium always live inside of the RBC in human body. So that only that is said to be as the cytozoic or intracellular parasite. Inside of the RBC, if the Plasmodium lives as the parasite, then that is said to be as the cytozoic or intracellular parasite. Otherwise, what is the meaning of the histozoic? Histos means tissue. Study of the tissue is said to be as the histology. Study of tissue is said to be as the histology. Histozoic or intercellular, but not intra. This is intra. This is inter. Means just assume this is the tissue. This is the one cell. This is the another cell. Between these two cells, space which is present, that is the intercellular space. This space is said to be as the intercellular intercellular space. In a tissue, this is the tissue. In a tissue, this is the one cell, this is the another cell. Between these two cells, whatever the space is present, that is said to be as the intercellular space. In intercellular space of a tissue, if the parasite lives as the parasite, then that is said to be as the histozoic. Histozoic. Simply we can say, if a parasite lives in a tissue, if a parasite lives inside of the tissue between the two cells, then that is said to be as the histozoic or intercellular parasite. Definitely between the two cells of a tissue, this entire is the tissue. Between the two cells of a tissue, space which is present, that is the intercellular space. Here if the parasite live, then that is said to be as the histozoic or intercellular parasite. For example, entamoeba. Again, Wuchereria. Definitely what are examples of for histozoic parasite means Entamoeba histolytica and Wuchereria bancrofti are better example. What is the example for cytozoic parasite means? What is example for cytozoic parasite means? Plasmodium lives inside of the RBC of the human, that is the cytozoic or intracellular parasite. Histozoic parasite or intercellular parasite, Entamoeba histolytica, Wuchereria bancrofti. Entamoeba, Wuchereria, both of them are better example for the histozoic or intercellular parasites. Next, Coelozoic parasite. If a parasite is live in cavity or in body cavity, if a parasite lives inside of the cavities of body, then that is said to be as the Coelozoic parasite. So whatever the space may be, whether the space may be blood vessel space, whether that space may be alimentary canal space, whatever the area, if in the body cavities, if this parasite lives as the parasite, then it is said to be as the Coelozoic. For example, Ascaris. Ascaris is better example. Definitely inside of the body cavity, if the parasite lives as the parasite, body cavity nothing but space. The space may be between the two visceral organs, space may be within the blood vessel, space may be within the alimentary canal or digestive system. In this space, if it can be live as the parasite, definitely they are said to be as the Coelozoic parasite. Better example for that is the Ascaris and Taenia solium. Example is Ascaris, again Taenia. These two are the Coelozoic parasites. Next to another type of the parasite is hyperparasitism. Another type is the hyperparasitism. What is the hyperparasitism? What is the meaning of the hyperparasitism? Means, just assume on head of man, just assume, simple example, on head of man, if head lice lives as the parasite, on the head lice, if bacteria is lives as the parasite, then this mode of parasitism is said to be as the hyperparasitism. Definitely on the parasite, another individual is lives as a parasite, then that is said to be as the hyperparasitism. Definitely head lice is the parasite. Again on parasite body, if bacteria is lives as the parasite, then that is said to be as the hyperparasitism. Hyperparasitism nothing but on the parasite body, another individual is lives as the parasite, then that is said to be as the hyperparasitism. In this case, this man is said to be as the host, head lice is said to be as the parasite, again bacteria is said to be as the hyperparasite. This bacteria is said to be as the hyperparasite. Head of the man is the host. This head lice is the parasite. Bacteria is hyperparasite. This is the hyperparasite. So definitely hyperparasite always lives on the parasite body. Parasite always lives on the host body. So whatever the example which is given in your syllabus, the better example which is given in your syllabus is nothing but, just assume this is the urinary bladder of toadfish. This is the urinary bladder of toadfish. Again in the wall of the urinary bladder, this is the one cell, this is one cell, this is one cell, this is one cell. These are the cells. In the urinary bladder of toadfish, these are the cell. Inside of a cell, whatever the parasite which is gets live, whatever the parasite which is gets live, this is the nematode parasite, this is the Spirospora polymorpha is the parasite. In the toadfish urinary bladder cell, Spirospora polymorpha lives as the parasite. Again in Spirospora polymorpha body, again in Spirospora polymorpha body, another parasite is live, that is the Nosema notabilis. Nosema notabilis lives as the parasite. Definitely in urinary bladder of toadfish, Spirospora polymorpha lives as the parasite. Again in the Spirospora polymorpha, Nosema notabilis lives as the hyperparasite. In that way, if this parasite is, if a individual is lives as the parasite on the parasite body, then that is said to be as the hyperparasitism. Definitely in this example, Nosema notabilis is a hyperparasite. This is a hyperparasite. This is a hyperparasite. This Spirospora polymorpha is the parasite. Urinary bladder of toadfish is the host. Definitely urinary bladder of the toadfish is the host to Spirospora polymorpha. In urinary bladder of the toadfish, definitely Spirospora polymorpha lives as the parasite. Again in Spirospora polymorpha, Nosema notabilis lives as the parasite. So means in a parasite, Nosema notabilis lives as the parasite. So it is the hyperparasite. So in this concept, very important neat objective question. What is the neat objective question in this particular concept means how many number of hosts, parasites and hyperparasites appears in hyperparasitism. Hyperparasitism, very important neat objective question on this particular concept is how many number of hosts, parasites, hyperparasites are appears in hyperparasitism respectively. Respectively means first number of hosts. Number of hosts. How many number of the hosts are appears in the hyperparasitism? Urinary bladder of the toadfish is host to Spirospora polymorpha. Because Spirospora polymorpha always takes the free shelter, free food material from the toadfish. So toadfish is host to Spirospora polymorpha. Second, Spirospora polymorpha always provide the shelter and food material to Nosema notabilis. Means to the Nosema notabilis, who is the host means Spirospora polymorpha. Definitely Nosema notabilis always takes the free shelter, always takes the free food material from the Spirospora polymorpha. So that Spirospora polymorpha is the host to Nosema notabilis. So that only totally how many number of the hosts are present? 2. If we can observe these two, definitely to the Spirospora polymorpha host is toadfish. And if we can observe these two, who is the host here, who is the parasite? Spirospora polymorpha is the host, Nosema notabilis is parasite. So that only, this is the one host to Nosema notabilis, this is the host to the Spirospora polymorpha. So number of the hosts are 2. Next, number of parasites also 2. Number of the parasites also 2. How means? On the urinary bladder of the toadfish, who is the parasite? Spirospora polymorpha. This is the first parasite. Again on the Spirospora polymorpha, who is the parasite? Nosema notabilis. So this is the one parasite on this, this is the parasite on this. Totally 2 parasites are there. Next, number of hyperparasites. Number of hyperparasites are single. Definitely Nosema notabilis is only hyperparasite. This is lives on the parasite body. Nosema notabilis is lives as the parasite on the parasite body. So that only this is the hyperparasite. So in that way, how many number of hosts, parasites and hyperparasites are appears in the hyperparasitism respectively means number of the parasites are 2, number of the hyperparasites are 1. This is the hyperparasitism. Next to another type of the parasites are enterozoic parasites. What is the meaning of the enterozoic parasite? If parasite is live in digestive system parts, if parasite lives in alimentary canal or gut, then that parasite is said to be as the enterozoic. So just assume this is the alimentary canal or gut or digestive tract. This is said to be as the alimentary canal or gut or digestive tract. This is said to be as the gut or alimentary canal or digestive tract. So definitely this is said to be as the digestive tract or alimentary canal or gut. In any part of this gut, in any area of this gut, if parasite gets live, then we can say that is the enterozoic parasite. Definitely better example, Ascaris. Definitely example is Ascaris, because Ascaris always lives as the parasite in lumen of small intestine. This is the lumen. The space is said to be as the lumen. The space is said to be as the lumen. That is the, if this Ascaris lives in the space of the alimentary canal, alimentary canal of the small intestine, then that is said to be as the enterozoic. Definitely Ascaris lives in the cavity of alimentary canal. If it is lives in the alimentary canal, small intestine is the part of alimentary canal. So that is said to be as the enterozoic. If any parasite lives in cavities of body, then we can say that is the coelozoic. Definitely Ascaris is enterozoic and coelozoic parasite. Why we call Ascaris is enterozoic? It lives in the small intestine of alimentary canal. Small intestine is part of alimentary canal, so it is said to be as the enterozoic. Again, in small intestine, that lives in the cavity. In the small intestine, whatever the space is present, in the space that is lives as the parasite. If in the body cavity, if in the space of the person, if this parasite is live, then it is said to be as the coelozoic. Definitely, Ascaris is coelozoic as well as enterozoic parasite. Why we call Ascaris is coelozoic means it lives in the cavity of small intestine. If it is lives in the cavity of the small intestine, that is said to be as the coelozoic. Small intestine is the part of alimentary canal, so that only it is said to be as the enterozoic. Any type of the parasite, if it is lives in the part of alimentary canal, then it is said to be as the enterozoic parasite. Ascaris is enterozoic and Cenozoic. Similarly, entamoeba also enterozoic parasite, because entamoeba lives in the large intestinal tissue. In the large intestinal tissue, entamoeba lives as the parasite. Large intestine is the part of alimentary canal. Large intestine is the part of alimentary canal. So that only entamoeba is the enterozoic. Definitely, entamoeba is enterozoic and histozoic. Histozoic parasite. Why we call this entamoeba is as enterozoic? Enterozoic means it lives in the wall of, in the tissues of large intestine. Large intestine is the part of alimentary canal. If it is lives in the part of alimentary canal, that is the enterozoic. In alimentary canal in large intestine, where entamoeba gets live means in tissue. If in the wall of the tissue of large intestine, in the tissues of large intestine, if entamoeba is lives as the parasite, then that is said to be as the histozoic. Entamoeba is enterozoic and histozoic parasite. Ascaris is enterozoic and Cenozoic parasite. Very important in NEET examination point of view. Ascaris is enterozoic parasite and Cenozoic parasite, because Ascaris always lives in lumen of small intestine, so that only it is the enterozoic and Cenozoic. Entamoeba is said to be as the enterozoic and histozoic, because entamoeba always lives in the tissues of large intestine. Large intestine is the part of alimentary canal, so it is the enterozoic. It lives in the tissues, so that only entamoeba is said to be as the histozoic. Next, another type of the parasites are monogenic parasite and digenetic parasite.